What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease. Don't panic quite yet. Now the weather's picking up, sundresses are out, so you already know what that means. It's playoff time. And this will be a 4-part series. I'll be previewing the Knicks and Cavs first round series, as this series in a way is going to serve as a litmus test for both teams. You can look at the Knicks side and just overall last 4 seasons, all the experience and development is going to pretty much accumulate to this matchup, especially for Emmanuel Quickley, Mitchell Robinson, and RJ Barrett. We're also going to look at how Quentin Grimes is going to react to the playoff intensity in this series. And you can look at the other side of this coin for the Cavs, especially for Donovan Mitchell. This series will begin to reveal how much of a superstar, quote unquote, he is, because he has been living off that Russell Westbrook playoff series a little bit way too long. And ever since that series ended, he has done very little in the playoffs since, as far as making sure that his team advances. And as we all play Monday morning quarterback now, we realize Russell Westbrook was never that guy to lead a team deep into the playoffs. He was never that guy at all. And once again, Donovan Mitchell's name has been living off of what he did in that series. And this matchup will be a chess match because the Knicks do have a deep bench. And this is where guys like Emmanuel Quickley can definitely shine and show that his development is ready to reach the next level, because the Cavs bench is almost dead last in the league in every important metric. They're bottom 3 in rebounding, scoring, and in steals, and they're bottom 5 in field goal percentage, points scored, and in blocks. So the Cavs bench in a way prevents his team from reaching up to the next level, as from night to night during the regular season they did rely on Garland and Mitchell to at least drop 50 points combined just to keep up in their matches. So this is definitely an area the Knicks could take advantage of. But there's a lot more details to go over, and once again, this will be a 4-part series, so I'm not going to say no more. Let's just find out.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
All right, so did anyone else peep in the first game? Mitch Robinson completely knocks the ref over. We got to get the Knicks to run that play against Scott Foster, man. Yeah, he's definitely been calling crazy calls against us. Okay, so in this play right here, the Cavs bench kind of revealed why they're dead last in the league and just overall scoring and just most metrics. As we're going to see, let's see who's on the court. Matter of fact, we got Jarrett Allen, they're pretty much combining him with this bench right now. But Kevin Love is not going to be a factor as he's no longer in the Cavs. So they're going to have to rely on a different 3-point shooting, probably Osman or probably D Wade, aka Dean Wade. I didn't want to say D Wade like the legendary Dwayne Wade, but they got Karis LeVert, where the Knicks in the playoffs, they should allow LeVert to shoot nonstop, especially from the perimeter. He loves taking long range twos, and he's real streaky with that. So the Knicks should definitely let LeVert take all the long mid-range shots he wants. Especially if we leave him open from 3, let him shoot that, because he's not good at that at all. And then Raul Neto, you know, he used to play for the Jazz. He's not really a factor. But the Cavs defensively could go to their bench and play a bunch of defensive players if their offense is that weak. Lamar Stevens and Raul Neto will be the guys that would insert in that lineup to make sure that the Knicks just don't at least outscore them completely when their starters are getting rest. But we'll just see this play right here as it's pretty much a dead-end play. Nothing happens. As we see Osman, he's actually the lead guy. He's a 3-point shooter, but I've never seen this guy actually be a creative guy at all. A guy to be creating offense. Let's just see how this overall possession just starts. Pass the ball to LeVert. See, it's like nothing really going on. It's kind of a lot of fumbling. But this pretty much sums up the Cavs bench. When the Knicks got guys like Josh Hart, Quickley, you know, Hartenstein, Obi, we got a lot more to offer coming from our bench guys, and this is where we could dominate. But once again, to counteract that, the Cavs can insert Lamar Stevens and Raul Neto, which is 2 physical guys. Here's Neto right here. These guys don't really score, but they're really physical. They can just turn this game to they can turn basically the bench minutes into like a defensive battle to keep the Knicks from trying to outscore them completely. Okay, this play right here is a perfect example of how the Cavs are going to try to counteract the Knicks with their bench not being able to score. So they kind of combine Mobley with the bench players, but they're just gonna pretty much try to lock up guys and play very physical. With look at Neto right here. They got Karis LeVert, he's a good defender. Knicks sort of got bailed out right there, but they're gonna really try to block these guys from really scoring. This is to counteract their bench just being absolutely garbage. Look at D Rose, can't go anywhere, and Mobley right here can also guard the perimeter. Oh man, Mobley can guard anywhere out here and recover. As you see, Raul Neto. Once again, right here, you're gonna start to see the physicality come into play, as things are gonna get chippy too. But they insert Isaac Okoro, which is their 5th overall pick right here. He's inserted into this bench lineup. He's a 3-and-D guy. He's very athletic. He's supposed to be like an Andre Iguodala type. But you're gonna see Neto get real physical with quickly here. It doesn't take that much for the Cavs to get physical. See, things start getting chippy right here, but this is how the Cavs are definitely going to counteract the Knicks bench when they definitely know that they cannot score. Once again, off the Cavs bench, you want them to take tough shots, especially with Karis LeVert. Look at what Karis LeVert settles for right here. You're going to settle for a mid-range. That's the type of shots you want them to take. Let's take a look at that again. They have nothing really flowing from them. Isaac Okoro is going to be spotty from the 3-point range. It's really Karis LeVert and Osman. That's if Osman just his 3-point shot is on point. But this bench is going to be very, very limited. Once again, right here, this is what you want the Knicks to do. Let Karis LeVert take shots. This is what the Knicks bench needs to let happen. Just let Karis LeVert shoot his mid-range. Leave him open from 3. Let him take tough contested shots. He does not convert them at a high efficiency rate. Now let's take a look at one of the best Cavs bench players right here in Karis LeVert. This is why we want the ball in their hands. Some of our best bench players are Quickly and Josh Hart. But look at Karis LeVert. What is this? What is this? Let's take a look at this play again. Brings the ball up the court. Horrible pass. This is why we want the ball in his hands. Once again, these are the type of plays right here that we want the Cavs to kind of go for. Look at that. Karis LeVert off the dribble. No. Those are the exact shots that the Knicks should want the Cavs to take. Karis LeVert isn't that type of player, but he loves them kind of long mid-range shots. On the bench, this is where the Knicks could cook. Quickly could cook. Josh Hart can cook. I mean, look how stagnant this offense is. The Karis LeVert, what are they calling right here? They had Evan Mobley sitting at the 3-point line just now. The ball swung back to Neto. I mean, this team is just real stagnant. They got Lopez. I mean, it's really not much they can offer offensively. Look at that shot clock violation. Now, watch on this play, Karis LeVert be so wide open for 3. He passes the ball up. And he's wide open in a prime spot from 3. He's going to pass the ball right up. Yeah, he's going to be wide open right here. Look at that. Wide open. He passes it up. Even when he pump fakes it, even when he shows that he pump fakes it, he has plenty of room. I don't know why he pump fakes it when Obi's way down here. It's not even gonna throw Obi off balance. See, look at that. Obi fell for it with enough time to recover. That's crazy. He just straight up passed a shot because he can't make it. And the reason why I'm pointing out Karis LeVert, because he is the Cavs' main player off the bench, that he's supposed to be scoring at a decent pace to allow his guys to rest, so the guys can come back and not have to be down by like 7 points to try to make a comeback. That's why I keep pointing out Karis LeVert. But he was wide open in prime real estate. Prime 3-point real estate. Let's get it one more time. I mean, right here. You can't ask for a better shot. It's only the corner shot that's the easier 3. The corner shots. And the shot right here. And Karis LeVert completely passes that up. Look at that. Completely passes it up. Okay, the thing about Donovan Mitchell here, he's really crafty. So on screens, he tends to kind of reject his own team screens and goes against it. So watch him. He's going to use RJ Barrett's momentum against him, as you guys will see an example of what I'm talking about here. Screen's coming. Screen came this way. So RJ is going to try to take a step forward this way. But Donovan Mitchell, crafty, is going to cut back this way. Ooh. And this is how he creates a lot of separation and to get a lot of guys open. So we're going to take a look at that one more time, but he does this nonstop. Look at the screen coming from Mobley. Screen's coming, and he just goes the other way. Yeah, Mitchell loves doing this. Let's take a look at it one more time. Screen's coming from Mobley, and Mitchell just completely changed his sides. Mitchell loves doing that. And Randall right here, because Mobley's the one that set the screen, sometimes he's got to make sure he doesn't get caught flat-footed. But Mitchell does this all the time. This tends to throw defenders who's actually supposed to kind of back down Mitchell in Tibbs' offense. He's supposed to just back up and allow RJ to recover. This guy tends to get caught flat-footed, especially when Mitchell splits the defense. But we'll see more of this as the video progresses. Now, once again, you're going to see Donovan Mitchell kind of reject his own screen and kind of splits the defenders. And it just really catches guys off guard. Look at that. Slow it down. Splits the defense. And look, he finds an open Osman for three. Let's take a look at that one more time. Let's see how that breaks down. Splits that D. Now forces Brunson to step up at some point, leaving Osman open. Yeah, kind of freezes Brunson right there. And it actually allows Donovan Mitchell to take a step forward to actually be closer to make that pass. Yeah, Mitchell is nasty when it comes to that. Just the way he zigzags his body. Okay, once again, it doesn't take that much for Donovan Mitchell to get his guys open. He tends to kind of go against his own screens and use your own momentum against you. As we're going to see it right here. Look at this. The screen is set. You would think Mitchell will go this way. But instead, he's going to cross over and go back this way. And then you're going to see Quickly's reaction. It's going to force both guys, because he's that three-point threat from out here, to kind of step up. And all LeVert has to do is back up this way. Look at that. Forces Quickly to guard him. LeVert has enough time. But, of course, LeVert ain't making that shit. Let's go back one more time. Let's see where the screen is coming from. See? Screen comes this way. Mitchell's going to act like, you know, Kim is going to eventually feel the screen, but he's going to use his momentum to try to get over on the screen against him. Mitchell's going to swing back this way, which leads to LeVert getting open down here. Oh, my bad. That was Jared Allen that set that screen. Look at Kim's momentum. Foot planted, headed this way, and then Kim's like, oh, snap, he's going this way. And we're going to see Quickly even make the same reaction to recover. I mean, Mitchell doesn't have to do that much to get his own guys open. And he swings it just in case Randall try to recover and go at Caris LeVert. Let's say Caris LeVert was a three-point threat. Randall could have been charging at him, and it's going to lead to LeVert hitting Osman for the open shot, or Kevin, in this case, Kevin Love, which he's not going to be a factor in the series. Donovan Mitchell's deadly three-point shooting opens up a lot of opportunity for other players around him, because it forces the Knicks defenders to stay close. Now, they threw multiple screens for Mitchell right here, but look, just the fact that he's a threat from out here, it's going to force Evan and RJ to kind of guard him close. Not only he's a threat out here, though, he also is a dude that zigzags into the paint. So both of those things are so much of a threat. It's going to open things up for other guys. You can see. Look at that. Off that jab. See it one more time. Mitchell's going to throw a jab right here. Just this one jab. Look at that. Look at RJ and Evan's motion. They both swing to the left. Look at that. Jesus. Just that one jab step. Look at all the space it created. Look at Evan and RJ. Their feet still sliding. Their momentum, they're just now recovering. Evan is going off this back foot. RJ still kind of sliding this way. But look at all this space it created. And this is off of Mitchell just being a threat from down here and a guy that could easily enter and zigzag his way into the hoop. Splash. Well, you missed that, but that's the open three-point opportunities that Mitchell does create for his teammates. So here's going to be my issue with Tibbs' defense right here on these pick and rolls, as we're going to see it play out. Now, as you can see, Hartenstein, he backs up right off this pick. And definitely Mitchell could definitely beat him to the hoop. He could zigzag and beat him to the hoop for sure. So Obi's staying with him. So Obi's like, just in case he's going to recover and get in Mitchell's way, which that momentum forward in this direction kind of leaves Kevin Love open, which once again, Kevin Love won't be a factor in this series, but it just shows you how he gets guys open. And look for that quick second decision by Obi Toppin to kind of put his momentum going downhill, left Kevin Love with enough time to shoot. Let's look at that one more time. And this is part of Tibbs' defense. See right here, for Hartenstein to step back and allow Rose to recover. It's going to be very interesting to see how Tibbs plays this, because number one, let's take a look at what happens here. Right here, this is enough room for Mitchell to pull up right here. As we all know, the Cavs are going to be watching our game film and understands that Hartenstein's job is just to be in his way until Derrick Rose recovers. So this is almost too much room. And then Obi has to make a shift just in case Hartenstein gets beat. But it allows the shooter right here to be open, which this won't be Kevin Love now. It could be Isaac Okoro, which look at Isaac Okoro. He's in this spot here. Look at Osman right here. But once again, this situation will play out different in the playoffs, but just overall, this scheme, this defensive scheme on these pick and rolls by the Knicks of just having the center drop back. I'm just wondering how Tibbs is going to adjust to that, because once again, Mitchell could pull up anywhere. But he decided not to, and decided to give the ball to Kevin Love, who's had a hot hand this fourth quarter. Now, Donovan Mitchell on this play, you're going to have to respect his spacing. As right here, he's going to back out of this play. But Donovan Mitchell, this is his range. Anywhere out here, this is range. So it's really difficult at times to guard him, because he could shoot from out there. And also, we all know that he could just penetrate like crazy. He get right in here. But watch. This play right here is going to show you why you got to respect his range. Really good at pulling up. Pulls up right there. Let's go back one more time. Mitchell crafty, try to get in there. See, Evan is trying to figure out how to guard him. Can't give him too much space because he could pull up right there. His pull-up game is crazy from three. He could catch and shoot off the dribble. It's going to be a major assignment for Josh Hart quickly, and Brunson especially. But they're going to try to get the pick and roll and try to get that Brunson matchup, as Brunson is probably going to be the Knicks' weakest defender out there in the perimeter. And also RJ's definitely he's going to have his hands full with Mitchell in this series. Now this play right here proves why Donovan Mitchell is hard to guard. This area is the space. He could shoot from so far out, and off the dribble, off the step back. I mean, any kind of way. Let's take a look at that one more time. So I'm gonna pause it right here. Mitchell does a step back. This is his space, all right here. He tends to shoot from out here, and we all know how crafty he is, especially with his speed and how he zigzags in the paint. That's what makes him so hard to guard. And he's also a catch and shoot, so he can catch and shoot from here, here, here. It's just the Knicks can only contain Mitchell. They're gonna have to find a way to get the ball out of his hands and have Osman or the other players such as Karis LeVert shoot, or Dean Wade. They're gonna have these guys have to shoot and try to have them make the shots instead of Mitchell. But Mitchell, either way, he's gonna get his points. It's just how well you can contain him. Once again, right here, Donovan Mitchell showing why he's so hard to guard. Right with a pull-up. Let's take a look at it again. Mitchell's gonna run up the court and just pulls up, straight up. Bang. Now Donovan Mitchell, just like Jalen Brunson, he could pull it from 3 like that. Splash. So it makes him so dangerous. He just pulls up like that. I mean, Jesus, he forces his defenders to stay far out too. Look where RJ's forced to kind of step up and guard him. And this allows for other guys to get open. Look how much space they have to operate. I mean, look at all this space. Even on this side, look at all this space. The big man, Mobley, he could operate down here. That's how much Donovan three-point shooting from out here, it opens things up for other guys. But he's so deadly. Once again, you have to guard him. I mean, I don't know what Tibbs is going to do here, because usually off this pick and roll, Tibbs has the center kind of back up to allow RJ to recover. Even if RJ has to go under the screen, but that's pretty much Tibbs' ice defense. But I don't think the Knicks could play that against Mitchell, because like that, you could just pull up, splash. Okay, and this play right here is interesting for a number of reasons. First of all, look at Donovan Mitchell. Nice block. He actually plays defense on the defensive end, which he's not really known as being a good defender. That's because sometimes he's exuding so much energy offensively, he can't actually continue the game. You know what I'm saying? On the defensive side, he can't continue the same energy on both sides of the court. But look at it's just the start of the fourth quarter. It's, you know, over 10 minutes left, and you're gonna see he is exhausted already. And before I actually go back to him, this play right here, Isaac Okoro, their 5th overall pick, he loves shooting from the corners. That's pretty much it. He's supposed to be a 3-and-D guy. His 3-point shot got a little bit better, but overall, he doesn't really make it consistent enough. But from the corners, he might be a problem. So if we avoid him in the playoffs, shooting from the corners, and him actually putting the ball on the floor is a big problem for him. He's turnover prone when he does that, as you can see it play out right here. But they're going to pan the camera right back to Donovan Mitchell. And look at him. He is exhausted. That right there. And that's with him getting decent rest in this game. I ain't gonna lie, he got decent rest. But look, they're down almost by 9. 10 minutes left in the game. And he actually had to, you know, exude himself on the defensive end. And he is exhausted. That is interesting heading into the playoffs. Thin bench from the Cavs. You know, eventually in the playoff series, I believe it might end up wearing out on Mitchell. In the spans of, I believe, game 3, 4, and 5, and 6. It'll be interesting to see his minutes in correlation to those games of how he performs in the fourth quarter. So we'll see how it plays out. It's just going to be interesting. Games 4, 5, 6, and 3 to see how his energy, if it keeps up the same. And it'll be interesting to see when they drop the scheduling, the days off in between games. For some reason, sometimes the league, they stretch out the games too far in the first round. 3 days off. I don't know why. But if the number of days are short in this first round series, oh, definitely the Knicks definitely should be the favorites. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell could hit an array of shots, man. Just a step back 3 is crazy. Look at this step back. You didn't at least expect it right here. Catches Randall off guard. So him just being that threat, it just makes it real hard for them to defend him. Let's see it one more time. What can you do right there? And look, once again, RJ, look at him sagging, just in case he beats Randall to the cup. So Mitchell Robinson kind of forces his defenders to double team him, leaving guys like Kevin Love, who is extremely hot. Okay, this is one of Kevin Love's main spots. But in correlation to the playoff series, the attention that he draws from out here is going to get other guys open. Extremely open. But just him being a threat from the 3-point range, you don't even know how to defend it. This guy could straight up pull up. He could do step backs. He could do catch and shoot. And he's just a menace. He's just a menace going to the paint. He could just zigzag his way and go to the hoop. So the defense, especially with the Knicks adding Josh Hart, is going to be very, very interesting. So Evan Mobley, he has really good self-awareness on defense, especially with the help defense. Watch. He recover on this pick. And he's going to get to Randall right here, as we're going to see. Put this block on Randall. We're gonna see how that all kind of played out. Watch right here on off this pick, right? Look at Evan Mobley's hands. They're always up. You're gonna see in a second. But he's gonna drop back to allow his man to recover. Right here. See? RJ can't make he could quickly throw his hands up. RJ can't quite make this pass. And he can't make no like bounce pass right here to Hartenstein, which is going down here. Because Evan Mobley's wingspan is just crazy. Look at that. Hands already up. A super wide wingspan. And then the help defense. See, he doesn't go along with RJ. He stays back. He allows Randall to get through. And then look, help defense. This guy's crazy. He does this a lot. Randall's going to have to watch out for that. Especially RJ too, when RJ likes to attack the lane. Okay, look at Mobley. Kind of squares up with RJ and Randall. Squares up with both of them. That's free say. Squares up with both of them. Nice help defense by Evan Mobley. Once again, Evan Mobley, he could contest shots in the perimeter, keep up with guys. He's fast enough to do so. Great at defending pick and roll. Great at defending floaters. This guy, you know, he does it all. He does all this without fouling. We're going to see that help defense from your boy Mobley. Randall got to watch out for this. Look at Mobley. Yo, it's crazy. Mobley, for a split second right there, he had his eyes on Hartenstein and Randall at the same time. And beautiful help defense. Mobley's really good at this. We're going to take a look at that one more time. Slow it down. Ooh. I'm trying to see when he had his eyes on Hartenstein, because he was definitely looking at Hartenstein. Take a look at it one more time. This guy's really good. He had his eyes on Hartenstein at some point. He did not lose sight of him at all. And great help defense by Mobley right here. It's something Randall got to be very careful, especially RJ too. RJ loves putting his head down, going to the basket. Once again, right here, we're going to see Mobley not fall for no fakes on Randall. Right here, look at Mobley. Ooh. Randall thought he got him. Hands up. Forces Randall to make that pass. And it's not over. Just still continue to pay attention to Evan Mobley right here. Pay attention to Mobley. Mobley's going to help out. Look at it. Eyes on Cam Reddish. Watch right here. He helps out. Acts like a wall. Forces Cam to turn the ball over. Tell you, man, this guy, it's crazy. He's young, but he has natural defensive instincts. Evan Mobley, once again, is amazing on the help defense. He's going to peep. Donovan Mitchell is beat. His momentum is completely swinging this way. Right? Evan Mobley doesn't follow Randall. He quickly positions himself along these lines, knowing that he has a good reach. And he's going to give quickly the illusion that he could float it in, but he's going to contest it at the last second. Look at that. Quickly has space. But look at Evan's recovery. He's in the way. He forces quickly kind of let it go a little bit too early. But that is not a good shot. Evan Mobley covers a lot of space on the floor. Look at that. That wingspan is crazy. Okay, so on this play right here, the Knicks are going to have a tough time with Evan Mobley defending the perimeter. And he's fast enough where he could recover and actually close out on three-point shooters, as we're going to see right here. We're going to see Brunson wide open, but Evan's still able to close out on him. Let's take a look at that one more time. Brunson's going to go around. Look at Evan. Evan's going to recover. There's plenty of space. This is usually a comfortable three-point shot for most three-point shooters or anyone, including Brunson, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett. Anyone would be comfortable shooting there with that amount of space, but we're going to see how quickly Evan kind of closes that out. It's fast, man. That reach is long. That reach is crazy. Let's take a look at it one more time. Look at that recovery. Right here. Jeez. That's enough space, but hand's still in the air. That 7-foot wingspan is almost levels the ball. If you look at when Brunson was originally off that screen, when he had originally gone off that screen, he was wide open. Right here. You see? He sees it already. He's open. He's open right here. He's wide open. Randall with the perfect screen. He's wide open. Look at that. And Evan Mobley still recovered. Look at that. Wide open. Oh, he took an extra dribble. Okay. Brunson took an extra dribble right there. Mobley, yeah, still a lot of space. Still plenty of space for a comfortable shot. But Evan Mobley's reach is crazy. Look at that. Does that look like an open shot to you? On this play right here, I asked myself, how many guys would have fouled? As we're going to see Mobley right here. Look at him throw his hands up. Does not foul. Contests the shot and it leads to a miss. Let's look at that one more time. See Randall. Look at Evan. Evan Mobley does not foul. He just puts his hands up and gets in the way. He's really good at this. There's not too many defenders in the league that contest a lot of shots like that and do not get fouls. Look at that. Forces a tough layup. It's almost like he forces Randall to reach one extra time. Let's look at that one more time. Randall almost has to do an extra pump right there. He kind of has to slide his hand like that reach right there. Like it's almost like he had to almost go around with his left hand. Yeah, that extra arc that he put on it. Normally it would be the ball would have just zipped, like he would have just lined it up where it would bank like right off of here. But he had to do put a little extra oomph in it and try to bank it up here because of Mobley's reach. You could tell from the way it hit the rim. Let's look at that one more time. I'm telling you, Mobley's a problem. We're gonna see, like, yeah, that extra reach that he had to right here is where he had to put a little oomph on it. He had to put a little extraness to bank it off of here. Normally it would have been like right here, but just look at the way the ball hits off the rim. You can tell Randall had to put some extra sauce on it right there. Like the fact that it hit right here, it hit right here, and it's almost like he laid it up too hard. The ball would have never reached this far out on a regular layup. He had to put some extra oomph on it. I'm telling you, man, Mobley, he leads the league in contesting shots without fouls. Once again, Evan Mobley has great discipline. Look at this play right here, the Randall. Evan Mobley right here. Great discipline. Stays straight, does not foul Randall. Forces Randall to make the tough shot. Look at Randall right there. Tries to get him on the up fake. Stays disciplined. Jumps straight. Look at the mid-air adjustment, man. Like, and take a look at this one more time. Look at that one more time. Doesn't fall for the pump fake. And then look on the way down how he adjusts his body straight on the way down. Make sure that first of all, he jumps straight up in the air, but he readjusts just to make sure he doesn't foul Randall for the and one on the way down. Look at that. Forces Randall to make the tough shot. Okay, so in this play right here, we're going to take a look at Evan Mobley and his wingspan and his defense, especially after that pick and roll. Excellent. As right here, Brunson calls for the screen on Mitchell Robinson. Now, his hands is always going to stay up. He's going to block the pass from being, going back to Mitch from Brunson. But also, he keeps enough space where he allows Brunson to come in, where Brunson thinks he could run up a floater, but he's really good at contesting it. So he's in the way of Mitchell receiving a pass, and he's also going to stay in the way of Brunson attempting a floater. And this is pretty much Evan Mobley's bag right here. As we're going to see it, look, still able to contest. Still able to contest. He was in the way, we're gonna go right to the play where he was in the way. Right here, you're gonna see Evan Mobley still be in the way on this screen right here. Right here. See, the pass is not quite open. Even though Evan Mobley stands at 6'11", he has like a 7-foot wingspan. His arms are crazy to reach. So he's in the way, can't quite bounce it to Mitch. And then Brunson still trying to figure out whether he's gonna have a floater or not. Brunson does a great job of staying in front of this defender, but he's gonna wait it out. Let's see, he's waiting it out, still in front of the defender, waiting it out. Evan still has his hand up. Look at Evan. He's still kind of blocking a pass or alley hoop to Mitch. And watch, Evan is still gonna contest Brunson. Look at that, still in the way. Evan thrives off of that. And this is gonna be interesting to see how Brunson is able to cook, especially with Jarrett Allen in the middle, but just the pick and roll excellent defense by Evan Mobley. And Evan, you know, he's really good at defending that pick and roll. His perimeter defense is on point, and he's really good at contesting threes without fouling. So this is going to be an interesting, I would say, assignment for the Knicks right here. Man, I'm telling you, Evan Mobley is fast, boy. Derrick Rose gets the screen. Look at Mobley. Look at Mobley right here. Gives him enough room to think that he's open. Still able. Ooh, he almost swatted that too. Damn. Mobley's really good at contesting those. Let's take a look at it one more time. Rose thinks that he's open. Man, right there, he thinks he's open for a split second. For a split second. And look at Mobley. Tell me, man, that's going to be tough for Brunson quickly. Now, Evan Mobley on the offensive end is going to be in a real assignment for Julius Randle right here, as we're going to see him recover, but he's not going to be able to block Evan Mobley's shot, as Evan has a real nice touch, and his shot is really overall hard to block because of that 7-foot wingspan. Like, when he gets up, he gets up. Let's take a look at it one more time. This is Evan coming down the lane, and he's fast. He can make his cuts too. That shot is just hard to block. And this is going to be a major assignment for Julius Randle, as Evan Mobley is agile enough to make cuts, and around the rim, his shot is very hard to block, where at times it almost looks like he's almost throwing the ball down at the hoop. Now, the Cavs bench don't really have that much to offer, but we're going to see Mobley actually position himself with that nice soft touch. He's wide open. They hit Mobley. Mobley with that unblockable. Look at Hartenstein. Even Hartenstein can't reach. Remember, Mobley is not even 7 feet. He's 6'11". We're going to see Mobley get right into position. Right over Hartenstein. Watch Hartenstein's reach right here. Wow. Evan Mobley, like, nobody could ever block this guy. His reach is crazy, and he does have that kind of Shaquille O'Neal and Hakeem Olajuwon kind of touch. Wow, Hartenstein way taller than Mobley, still can't block him. Once again, Evan Mobley's reach inside the paint is just very hard to get. As you're gonna see Mitchell Robinson down low, he's gonna attempt to block it, but Mitchell Robinson jumps straight up, does a great job. But just once again, I'm just showing Evan Mobley the way his reach is hard to get the ball. Really, really tough. Let's see it one more time. Throw down. Kind of quite hard. He's skinny enough right now, but he's pretty agile. It's kind of hard to reach around him, but great hook shot. He has really good touch. But it'll be interesting to see how he reacts to the playoff intensity. If he could still have the same touch, the same reactions, the same reflexes with the game speed and the ref whistles tucked in. So this will conclude the first part of this series, in which we went over the Knicks' first meeting with the Cavs, as some of the dynamics in this game that end up happening, like the Cavs shooting 23 3-pointers, is more than likely not going to happen again, as Dean Wade did go off. He was 6 of 8 from 3-point range. Same thing for Kevin Love. I mean, Donovan Mitchell hit 8 3-pointers. The Cavs were just going crazy. But we all know Kevin Love is no longer in the Cavs. And also Quentin Grimes, he was out. And Cam Reddish was starting for the Knicks. As we all know, he's not a consistent defender, and he's no longer with us. So there'll be a few other things that will play out in the playoff series that would not play out But overall, you guys begin to get some of the clear picture of some of the deficiencies the Cavs have. And as far as the positive things that they do, for example, like Evan Mobley and his defending, and the negatives is the Cavs bench and them relying on Karis LeVert to actually do the scoring for them. But in part 2, I will be covering Darius Garland, as he did return and played for the Cavs. And he is a weak point for the Knicks offense to target on that end of the floor. But I will be touching base on this. You guys definitely look out for part 2.